Pop, 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 pop goes the bang. Guys, hope everybody's all right from the holiday 4th of July celebrations. We got a lot to cover this evening on Hot Topics. Check it out, check it out. We got the pimp in the pulpit. The man himself, Mr. Greg Cloth, whatever you want to call his name. He may be man of the clock. That's his name. Greg Clock over in Tennessee. Also, man, have you guys, boys and girls, men and women, have you all heard of the human trafficking case up in Kansas City, Missouri? Also, or maybe Kansas City, Kansas. I ain't sure which one it is, but we'll dip into that one. Kanye West suing Wally World. Yes, he is. Anthony Campo, Mr. KKK writer. Yep. Please, Chief, Mr. Anthony Campo. Guys, we're going to bust into this thing when we come right back.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottle count. LB gon' pull it out you. A dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings. Auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some addressing. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Ghost Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor.
I heard what Flo Knight said. Y'all heard what he said. Y'all heard exactly what Mr. Tony Flo Knight said. He said, put it on the floor. Put it there. Put it on the floor, everyone. The hot topics of the evening. Man, oh man, oh man. People are really, truly, truly. I have one friend call it, they call it going bonkers. They say that the people are going bonkers here in America. Guys, I mean, I can't say that I'm glad that people are just crazy as hell. Uh, but most definitely I'm not. I'm not glad that people are crazy, because if they weren't crazy, some of these things that are hot in the news, I wouldn't be talking about them here for you guys listening ears. But I will say this right here: there's some crazy people in this world, really, truly, truly, truly crazy. Before I jump into the crazy of the crazy, last week, man, a lot of things went down with Sha'Carri Richardson, the female track star, the young lady. She did her thing on the 100 meters. She took first spot for America in reference to the 100 meters. I think she's 20, 21, 22, something like that. She she has a phenomenal story, very inspiring, moving story of her background, of where she come from, what's all detailed in how she got to the platform that she's on now. She made a mistake, and in that mistake, it caused her to uh, be stripped from going to Tokyo and competing in the 100 meters. And all that being said, Nike said, "Hey, you know what, Miss Richardson? We all fall down sometimes, and sometimes, you need somebody to help lift you up, and we're not going to abandon you." So Nike is standing by Miss Richardson. But, ladies and gentlemen, quite naturally, we got some brothers and sisters who think it's funny. And I love these brothers and sisters. I just wish they would think sometimes before they open up their mouth and talk about people without knowing who they're talking about and what they're talking about. With that being said, this lady right here, Miss Sha'Carri Richardson, she made a mistake. I'm not going to repeat the mistake that she made. She made a mistake. If you haven't read up on it, hey, do as a lot of us do. Go read. Go do your own research and see, what happened. But while you're doing it, if you are that nosy and you just need to go because you've been out of the loop, while you do that, sit back and you think about this right here as you're going snooping up to see what happened with Miss Richardson.
You see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
Y'all heard what MLF said. And if you don't know who MLF is, once again, do your own research. Make a mockery of someone, of a brother or sister when they fall. You just open up the doors for it to happen to you. Because why are we prone to knocking our brothers and sisters down? As MLF said, rich or poor, white or black. Why do we feel that it's necessary to make mockery of it and break down our brothers and sisters even more? And when I spoke up of it the other day, I said, what if Miss Richardson really takes heart to all these people that are giving her negative feedback and being ugly to her? And she say, hey, I don't want to run no more. I'm done. Look what you just done. As MLF said, you open the door for more demise when you sit there and make fun of or just keep kicking a person when they falling. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. This lady didn't deserve that from nobody. Just like Mr. Phelps didn't deserve it from nobody. Both of them, they were sorry for what they done. Both of them. Mike, he regret that he partied like that. He regretted. He didn't think at the point in time, he was just having fun. We don't know the true story behind the Sha'Carri Richardson and what happened to at the point in time when she was surrounded by the things that got her removed from the Olympics of the 100 meters. But I'll state again, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this once again very closely. I'm going to keep myself on the screen this time. Listen to it very closely.
You see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
Don't make that same mistake, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Kanye West is suing Wally World. Woo woo. He says Wally World done pushed the ultimate knockoff of his Yeezy foam runner. Now, look at the picture on the screen, you guys. The Walmart imitation shoe and Kanye's Yeezy foam runner. How ironic, man. How ironic is that? I mean, come on, Wally World. Did you not think? I mean, you know how he is. Now it says just right here where it says that Kanye's complaint filed June 24th in Los Angeles court claims that the giant discounter has been selling fake versions of his bizarre-looking foam runner slides. It says the knockoffs on Walmart site have been retailing between $21.99 and $33.99 a pair. Fake Yeezy slides are also being sold on Walmart. Now, that's the runner right there, and here are the slides. The slides look. I might can rock that slide. Now, the tale of the take is they say that the boat shoes feel like you're walking on air. I personally have not met a person who have worn theirs because that look a little hideous right there. That one, dude. Now the slide, that's okay. I mean, I could see people rocking that slide. But once again, like I said, they say that it's like walking on air. But come on, Wally World, really? You don't messed up. You know this boy. You know how he is. Yeah, and I said, boy, you know how he is. And you're gonna take away. And I think these are running like 70 something dollars a pair. The Yeezys. And Walmart said, we're gonna undercut you and we're gonna come in and throw ours in there at what was it again? $21.99 and $33.99. Kanye, get your money, baby. Get your money, Kanye. Get your money. Because Walmart is too big to be jumping in on one particular item like that. And if anything, Walmart, as big as you guys are, why you just think go cut a deal with Kanye? Come on. Surely these shoes aren't selling that fabulous. Because like I said, I've never seen nobody wear them. Don't mean no one is wearing them in North Carolina, but I've yet to see anybody wear those shoes. And I'm not out and about in public every day, all day. So like I said, that's not saying too much. But once again, Walmart, as large as you are, why couldn't you go step to this brother and say, hey, we want to rock with you on these Yeezys, man. Let's see if we can work a deal. We won't call ours Yeezys, we'll call ours something else and we'll give you a cut. How difficult was that, Walmart? And if he said no, I mean, did you really need to push this man's shoes? Is that hurting your bottom line, top line, middle line, side line, back line that much? To where you really needed to go and push this ugly ass Walmart image. What is this called, ladies and gentlemen? If anybody knows what Walmart's brand is called, let me see if I can Google that. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Walmart's version of the Yeezy slide. Runner. Let's see what we get at Walmart. Theirs is called, well, Adidas got one. Adidas got one called it's the Adidas Yeezy foam runner, so I guess it's the same thing. That's $261. Wish got one called the summer casual shoe, look just like Kanye's, and it's $911. They need to stop playing with this man. They need to stop playing with him. They need to stop playing with this man. Ooh, they need to stop playing with him. Yes. I can't see. It may just be called a foam runner or a foam slide or something of that nature. But if someone found that out, if you would send it over to me, that'll be great. Let me go back and backtrack for a moment. That information that I received on MLF. Thank you, Mr. Roseborough, for posting that up for us. That's very, very good, inspiring, motivational words for those who feel that, once again, that it's cool to pick on people when they see that someone made a mistake. But with Walmart, they didn't make no mistake. They knew what in the world they were doing. They said, okay, we're going to do this right here and roll with it. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, we're rolling with it. Guys, check this out right here. There's a story. You hear about it all the time as far as human trafficking, but you tend to say, hey, it can't happen in my neighborhood, or it's not happening in my neighborhood. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. No one's been snatched up and missing. But, ladies and gentlemen, human trafficking is real. And let me tell you why I say that. There's a story out in Kansas City. This happened actually, let's see, when did it happen? This was last month, the end of June. It happened where Homeland Security, this is what happened, guys. Homeland Security released a major operation and has resulted in Kansas City, Independence, and Wichita, Kansas, on the arrest of 82 people while rescuing 31 people. Now, check this out. Out of the 31 rescued, including a child as young as 4 years old, the rescued are 17 adults and 14 missing children. People, human trafficking is real. Now, I say that to say this right here. Now, this could be the big dummy, but it's not. You remember back when Donald Trump, and this has no, don't get me wrong, people, no backlash or putting down on Trump. But you remember when Trump was running for president, and he had a judge that was backing him, and it come to find out, look at what happened to this judge right here. Yes, yes, y'all, in Kentucky. Former Kentucky judge Timothy Nolan. He worked on Trump's campaign in Kentucky during the 2016 election. Nolan just pleaded guilty to human trafficking and felony sex assault against 20 children. Think about that. The bottom part, never mind that bottom part down there. That's neither here nor there. We move forward. Biden is the president. No backlash on Trump with that. But this clown right here should be the big dummy. But I'm glad they caught him. Now, when they say police reform, it's not just police reform. It's the whole entire judicial system need to be reformed because there's more of Nolans out there. There's more. Look at this. And judges make good money to where, dude, if you needed to, it said with a sexual assault, yeah, if you needed to go and get some sex, you had all the money, all the resources to go get it without bothering children. And you in the mix of human trafficking, and you're a judge. People, y'all better stop playing. Stop playing. Start paying attention to who you voting for, why you voting for them, and keep your eyes and ears open for just the people that are surrounding you. Because the mere people who are surrounding you that you think that are protecting you, oh, they're getting the bad boys off the street. They're some of the bad boys. I'm not putting down police officers or judges. I'm just saying the proof is in the pudding. We see it time after time. Oh, they ain't the only one. They ain't the only one. They ain't the only one. Yeah. Up in Kansas City, 82 people arrested between Kansas City, Independence, and Wichita. Luckily, they rescued 31 people, 17 adults, and 14 missing children. People, this is serious. It's serious. It could be happening around you. You just don't even know it. You just don't even know it. Pay attention to what's going on with your children, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention to what's going on. And it's not just ladies. That report didn't say whether it was ladies or men when it said 17 adults. It just said 17 adults. It wouldn't be fascinating or amusing to know whether or not it was men in with that 17 adults. Why not? Why not? Because in the human trafficking, they can use the men to pregnate some of the women to have kids, to keep on doing whatever it is they're doing. They can have the men to making whatever it is that they need made. That's illegal. That's knocked off like the fake Yeezys. You never know. But one thing is, don't allow your brain to fool you in thinking that this can't happen in your neighborhood. I'm not here to tell you how to think and the way to think, but I am here to request that you at least just think. Just think. You don't have to overly think to where your brain blow up. you get all booted and everything. No, you ain't got to do that. But at least just think, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is real. It's life. It ain't just TV. Mm-mm. It's not fiction. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's not TV. This is real life. Now, it's a toss up in the storyline between Greg Locke and Anthony Campo. If you haven't heard of those two stories and what's been going on with these two guys, I'm not for sure which one of these guys here should be the actual big dummy of the day, but one of them's gonna get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the screen now, big dummy. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna cover this guy right here, Anthony Campo. Ladies and gentlemen, what Anthony Campo did, he's the police chief in Sheffield, Ohio. And what this dude did, he thought it was funny, downright amusing to place on a fellow officer's desk a handwritten note that says, "Yes, indeed, Miss Freeman. Yes, indeed, Margaret. This world is messed up." And you know what? It's not just America. I mean, other countries of the world are doing crazy things too, but it seems like America is truly the melting pot of so much turmoil and so much mess. I mean, it's day in and day out. It's just messy, 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 messy. But this guy right here, police chief Anthony Campo, he thought it was funny and okay to place a KKK sign on an officer's desk and told the officer, check this out, ladies and gentlemen, he told the officer to wear the jacket with the sign on it all day long. Now, I'm going to show you the video of it. And in the video, the black officer, he chuckled with Chief. But then he later went back and thought about it and filed a complaint. Now, my thing with this is in here, this is why we put this on the screen. We said the officer knows he's in the system and culture where he's compelled to figure out how to fit in. This goes back to when they say there's some good cops on the police force. And I can't remember who was it that came out and said it. It was someone in the entertainment field that said, if there's good cops, why are they standing there allowing the bad cops to keep doing what they're doing? You can't be a good cop and you're sitting there watching a cop do something that just don't belong in today's society or society, period. As this guy right here did. I get it. I understand. A lot of these cops are afraid that they love their job. They love what they're doing, but they're afraid to step up because they don't know if it's that big or that big to actually, you know what, let me voice my opinion on it because it just don't seem right. But luckily, this black officer said, you know what, that ain't right. Now, as a police chief, and you think that writing a KKK sign, just writing it, period, is funny. Then you have the audacity to go and tape it on a yellow jacket and put it on the officer's desk so when he comes in, he'll see it. And then ask the officer to wear it all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, it's no longer funny. It's not funny because you took the liberty to write it up, type it up, however you did it. You thought about it. That was the first mistake. You thought that this was funny. Then you took the action to write it out. Second mistake. Third mistake, 3 strikes you out. You actually placed it on the guy's desk, taped to a jacket, and asked him to wear it all day long. I didn't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just the messenger delivering the message. That's all that is. But y'all check this out right here, and I'll be right back to you.
Anthony Campo is off the force and off the job after a racist incident the town's mayor calls disgusting. Mark Namick has the latest.
Sheffield Lake Police Chief Anthony Campo last Friday at the department's copier, printing out a small note. He places it on the raincoat set aside for a black officer just before he enters the room. It reads Ku Klux Klan, the name of the nation's most notorious white supremacy group.
I said, I don't want to even hear about it. I said, you've already admitted to it, And I said, "You got 10 minutes to get out of this office." I said, "I want your keys, badge, and that's it. Get out."
Sheffield Mayor Dennis Bring describing his conversation with the chief after learning details of the incident on Tuesday, brought to his attention by the union representing officers.
I asked him if he was psychologically okay yesterday, and he said, "Absolutely." He made a cone out of a newspaper, and he put it on himself, and he made a comment that you're going to have to wear this for the shift.
Bring met with the officer today to apologize for the chief's actions.
It took us 10 minutes to even talk to each other because we were both very emotional. And I apologized to him, and we talked about the situation, and he told me a little bit more, and I was like, I just flabbergasted. There's no one word to explain how disgusting this is.
Chief for 8 years and with the city for more than 30, Campos described the incident to a local newspaper as, quote, some off-color comments and police station antics.
He knows what he did. He just, playing it off like it's, I don't even think he fathoms how bad this is. And he's going to realize it. So, and shame on him, and you know what? I hope he gets whatever he deserves.
I reached the former chief.
You heard it. The sheriff said that he made a cone and placed it on his head. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke in reference to Rosewood, Lake Lanier, which what was it? Tulsa, Oklahoma, and how the government helped. When I say government, I mean these are, officials. Government helped break down these communities, dismantle good, hardworking communities that were of color. For this man, at the age he's at, in the position that he's in, once again, to think of it, type it up, printed it, put it on the dude's desk, made a paper cone and put the cone on his head, and asked the black guy to wear the jacket, as if all of them are KKK members. That's who he is. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That's who he is. And I'm not sorry. Let me take that back. I'm not sorry. That's who this guy is. And you think about it. If he's that way, guess what? His siblings is that way. Not all of them. A great deal of them. His friends are that way. His peers, they're all that way. If not, he would have been called out a long time ago. People, you can say, yo, LB, you're wrong. Just because he's that way don't make everybody else that way. They know how he is, and they accept it. No one said anything about it until this action happened. And still, his peers, his wife, his kids, if he's married or whatever, didn't go that deep to find out, didn't care if he's married and got kids. But yet and still, no one in his community, quote, quote, said, hey, Anthony, you need to change who you are, especially the position you're in. Look at how you're leading other police officers with that mentality that you have. And ladies and gentlemen, do you still feel that we don't need police reform? Y'all need to stop playing. You have some brothers and sisters who think outside that little bitty old circle and box that you care not to even look around. And no, it's not conspiracy theory, it's the truth. No, it's not make-believe, it's the truth. How can you go your life and nobody knows that you think of KKK skeptics? Why? Why would you think that, it's okay for him to think that way and his family members and his friends does it? Why would you think that it's okay that, he think that way, but police officers necessarily don't think that way? He's the leader of the pack. Most people follow their leaders or they go find another one. Like I said, I didn't make this up. I'm just messaging it. So you can't fault me. Just messaging it. And if the message is stating the truth of the light, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. People, this is serious out here. It's very, very serious. You have people like this right here. And the thing of it is, He wanted to go in and type up a resignation letter. The sheriff said, no, you got to go. Give you 5 minutes. He took that 5 minutes to go in there and type up a resignation. You know what he was covering? He was covering his pension. He was covering his money. The same thing that when they call in the National Guard and they get the police officers together whenever there's protesting in the streets, you know what they go and cover? Banks. They don't care about Walgreens and Walmarts. Yes, and CVS's. Nah. They go cover the banks, thinking that, you know what? These protesters make it smart and go breaking banks. That's how they think. The protesters aren't thinking that. The protesters are doing what they come out there to do, and that's to, you know what? Let me stand and tell you how I'm feeling and how we want change. We're not coming out there saying, hey, let me tell you how I feel and we're going to rob your bank, take your money. It's the same way the black neighborhoods were done. I saw something somewhere where there was a t-shirt, no, a sign a white lady had. We are so thankful that the blacks are protesting versus retaliating against us. Think about that. Think about it. They're so proud or happy that blacks are protesting and not taking all the hurt they've endured and retaliating. We're not geared that way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just sorry. We're not. When I say we, I'm not speaking for all of us. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. When you see the protesters, they're not geared in thinking, let me go and kill your people because your people just killed my people. They're not geared that way. They're not. That's not their thought. What's on them is this right here, what's in the heart. I'm hurt. And people should be hurt that clowns like this right here have been on force for so long. That's why I say, people, when you're voting, you really need to do homework, do your due diligence, and find out who you are actually placing in these positions. Because clowns like this right here, yeah, clown. Bozo clowns like this right here should never have been on a force. Because look what he's done now. He's corrupt that Sheffield County area to where so many officers have came down the line behind him and think the same way, walk the same way, talk the same way, act the same way. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. If I was very radical, and my thing is to, every time you see white people, you try to snowball them. You try to bamboozle them some kind of way. You hoodwink them some way. You hustle them some kind of way. If that was my thinking, and the people around me, I'm teaching them how to do it, would you think bad of me? Now, what they could do is go back and see how many cases that man, that dude right there, that Simpson looking dude there, actually was over, and go and look at every case by case and go through and see if he fudged some things. Quite naturally, I would think that he did. For him to say, oh, it was funny, I'm wearing a comb and you wear KKK. Really? People, I digress. I'm moving forward. Remember that name, Anthony Campo. There's plenty of them out. Tennessee, Tennessee. Tennessee, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I'm gonna remove some things here. Give me 1 second so I can get it sooner. But remember, I said earlier in reference, I didn't know which one would be the big dummy, whether it be Anthony, this guy right here. I don't know if it would be him, this knucklehead, or that knucklehead with the microphone. Now, in a minute, I'm going to tell you why I call the knucklehead with the microphone pimping the cloth a knucklehead. I've had some friends that are preachers who do not have a facility church, and they do the tent revival churches. And my thing is, when it comes to men and women who are inspiring people to be a better person, using the book titled Holy Bible, I'm two thumbs up for it. I'm grateful that they are inspiring people to do better, to be better, to act better, to live better. But what happens a lot of times, some people's idea of using that book isn't to necessarily make people do better, think better, act better, and live better. It's not. If you sit back and listen to a person long enough, they'll tell you who they actually are. If you just listen. Now, if you go to some of these revivals and all you're going there for is to jump up and down and run and clap and dance and sing and cry and fall out, that's what you're going to get. But if you go there for the message and you listen carefully, you'll see whether or not, you know what, this is a pimp or a preacher. Now, it didn't take long for me to define for me what Greg was. Is he a bad person? I don't know enough about him to say that he is. Is he wanting to be a politician / preacher / hustler / white power? Yes. For me, that's what I see. When I saw the video footage and heard what he had to say, that's what I saw. Now, in his first clip that I'm going to play, ladies and gentlemen, let me go up in here and see. It says, in the first clip, this is what he did. He got heated because he said that CNN and Newsweek and other media outlets spoke negative about him. And what he called himself doing now is he got him a high attorney and going to sue them for defamation. Okay. When you listen to the clip I'm getting ready to play, now the clip is like an hour and some change long. We ain't got time to play all that. And I only want you to hear all that garbage. You can go hear that on your own time. But when you listen to it, you can see and hear how contradictory he is. Because he said one thing is this right here. He said that he didn't like the fact that people were talking about him and saying negative things about him, because that's something that he wouldn't do. That's what he said in the first clip. Now, when I play the second clip, you'll see, whoa, pump your brakes, Greggy. You just said that you didn't like it when CNN was calling you out and saying these things about you that you're actually doing. And he also said it himself that he was crazy. Listen for it. Now, I can't, I'm going to play the clip live. So therefore, I can't pause it and say, hey, guys. If I was sharing the screen, I could. But I can't pause when I play. But you listen for it. In the beginning, he's going to say, I'm crazy. Okay, so you just defamed yourself. You just said it yourself. You're crazy. So if I say you're crazy, you can't sue me because you just told me you were crazy. So I'm going on what you said. You crazy. But I didn't need you to tell me that you crazy to get the full understanding. Yeah, you sir knuckle nut. Yes, sir. You are sir knuckle nut. But listen to what he says, ladies and gentlemen, in this first clip as I play out to you. Check it out.
Crazy I really was, you sure wouldn't be here this morning. But look, I'm here to tell you, I went down a fall down the steps moment in my marriage. I went down a public debacle. I can barely get up, I'm so old and fat. But nonetheless, I went down all that. And I remember reading all that stuff, and I thought, no wonder people can't stand me. But you know what I found out? Keep your mouth shut, is what God said. Don't defend yourself. Hey, your day of vindication and your day of vengeance will come from the Lord. Your day of being able to say something will come from the Lord. Because I believed in that day, even though my hair was cut, if you will, I believed God was going to raise up this church to be a New Testament platform, to show other churches how a church is supposed to operate, how a church is supposed to be. And God said, look, you keep your mouth shut. You just keep showing up. You keep preaching. You keep fasting. You keep praying. You keep being faithful. And I'm going to let your hair grow back, boy. And when my hair began to grow back, God did something in this place that's His honor and His glory, and by way of His majesty, He gets all the worship and praise. Greg Locke doesn't deserve an ounce of it. If you're here to hear from me, you're in the wrong place. And I don't care how far you've fallen and how much you have been involved in, sometimes God will just let your hair grow back. Grace never said, I told you so. You'll never fall so far from God that He can't forgive you and pick you up. You say, oh, brother, you have no idea what I've done. I don't have an idea, and I don't care, because I know a God in heaven that can forgive you of all of it if you'll repent and believe the gospel. So I know what it's like to go through public brokenness. So I'm not real quick to criticize people when they walk through private brokenness, because I know what it's like to be talked about and to be scolded and to be.
Now he said that God told him to be quiet, shut up, sit down. Is he not talking right now? Is he not talking right now? Yeah. Is he not talking right now? He said God told him to sit down, be quiet, don't be fast to open your mouth. And then he said that he's not quick to talk about people because he knows what it's like. Okay, since he knows what it's like, look at how quick he forgot.
Going to be exposed for who they are. I don't care what you think about fraudulent Sleepy Joe. He's a sex trafficking, demon-possessed mongrel. He's of the left. He ain't no better than the Pope and Oprah Winfrey and Tom Hanks and the rest of that wicked crowd. God is going to bring the whole house down. I said He's going to bring the whole house down. He's going to burn the whole thing to the ground. He's going to expose all these bunch of pedophiles. I'm telling you, He's going to expose Kamala Harris for the Jezebel demon that she is. I don't care what they think about me. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm telling you, it's time to bring the house down. I'll push the whole thing in myself if I've got to. I'll bring it down on my own head. I'm not going to be silent anymore. It's time for God to bring the house down. I tell you, I'm so sick of HBO and the rest of this crowd saying, well, all y'all do, y'all bunch of Qs, y'all bunch of Qs, y'all bunch of Qs, y'all bunch of Qs, y'all bunch of perverts, and y'all just nervous because you know we got your number. Everybody says, well, when you going to apologize for being a false prophet? When y'all going to get the memo that I didn't get it wrong? Everybody like, well, you know, Trump's back. Trump ain't never went nowhere. He ain't back. He's always been around. He's the legitimate president of the United States of America. I don't care if you stand up or clap or not. I'm telling you, Donald Trump is the legitimate president of the United States of America. You got to smoke a lot of dope in your mama's basement not to believe that fact. I'm done with this mess. Newsom, his days are numbered. Cuomo, his days are numbered. CNN wants to show up and besmirch this man of God's character and say, oh, that church killed an elderly man. Number one, we didn't. Number two, Cuomo killed hundreds of them, and people still vote for his sorry tale. Huh? Huh? I know my wife's about ready to pray. I'm about ready to baptize some people, but I feel like preaching for a few minutes. I said God's about to bring the whole house down. I told somebody that the other day, says, man, we're working on a project we want you to be part of, and man, it's going to expose some people. What do you think about it? I said, let's expose them all. Let's just bring the whole house down. Burn the whole thing to the ground. Good grief, they already think I'm an insurrectionist. Huh?
He said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, that God told him to sit down and shut up. And what did He call Joe Biden? Sex trafficking. What did He call Joe Biden? sex trafficking Mongol. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, what did he call President Biden? Who? Some of us do read. Some of us do gather information. Some of us are wise to know. And thank you, CNN and Newsweek, for doing what you did and calling this dude out. I myself call him out. He also said God's going to burn it to the ground. And if he has to do it himself, he will. You see how he was dancing around on the stage? Did you see who was out in the congregation? I saw one black guy. It's an older black guy out of all the people that were there. I can't say it was all white, but it all looked white. But there was one black guy up front. Token? Yes. Paid? Probably yes. Can't say definitely, but come on, really? Listen to the rhetoric of this dude and how he was carrying things. Then he said they call him an insurrectionist. Listen to how you sound. You sound like one. You talking about go burning something down. When do you see black preachers or black people who are protesting? Yes, now I can't say the black people are actually the ones burning it down, but while they at their protest, it's happening during their protest. The things are getting burnt down. So don't come to me and say, LB, you wrong. Black people do burn things down. But there's no definition who's starting fires. They're not showing who started the fire. Show me that, then hey, you got thumbs up. But and I'm not saying black people don't start the fires, but once again, this is supposed to be a man of the cloth. He's all in politics. Where's the upliftment? Where's to helping people become better citizens? He called Kamala Harris Jezebel. Is that nice? Is that godlike? Is that Jesus' turn? So y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. That's why it says on the screen, tent revivals like this are type of ones which birth larger scale men and women who manipulate and control groups of people, ways of thinking and acting. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed. People like him, they control a group of people's ways of thinking and acting. That's what I was saying earlier in reference to pastors. You have the opportunity to help people become better people, but you choose to act like this clown right here. Mm-hmm. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the truth. And that's just one. That's just one. There's plenty of them out there. There's plenty of the pop-up, and not just pop-up. And think about it. He'll go from being a pop-up church ministry to actually having a facility, and it'll grow and grow and grow. Think about it. Just think about it. This clown right here, pimping the cloth. Now, what proof did he have on Joe Biden being a sex trafficker, Mongol, as he says? And what proof does he have on Miss Harris being a Jezebel? Okay. Don't blame me. Ladies and gentlemen, we had so many of these right here, so many of the big dummies. And it went from this clown to this clown to this clown as far as being big dummies, to where this could be the big dummy, or I talked about it earlier also in reference to how privilege is privilege, because you get away with handling an officer in this way. And when this message right here means something, and you think about when I show this video, think about if you were in that situation, could you do this right here and feel luckily to live.
It's in here.
You gotta hand it to me.
I am handing it to you. Are you fucking deaf, dumb, and stupid?
I'm not gonna pick through that file.
What the fuck you mean? You want my registration? It's right here.
Produce your registration.
I am producing it. It's right here.
I'm not gonna go through a stack of papers.
God, you're fucking dumb.
I asked you for 3 things.
Yeah, you fucking came to my window lying to me. Go fuck yourself, motherfucker. I gotta show you shit. It's fucking right there, bitch. Take a fucking picture. You want to be a fucking cocksucker? Why don't you give me my ID back, too? I shouldn't even have fucking gave that to you. No, it's on the fucking license plate, dumbass! Then write me a fucking ticket and go fuck yourself! Fucking stupid bitch! Yeah, I got a fucking current one, it's right fucking here! Fucking cocksucking motherfucker! Fucking make up lies. So this fucking cop pulled me over, fucking lying to me, telling me I was fucking speeding. I knew the cop was behind me. I put it on fucking cruise control. Said I was doing 42 and a 35. He's a fucking liar. I fucking put it on cruise control on fucking 35 for that reason. The second he fucking got behind me. Fucking cocksucking piece of shit lying motherfucker. And then he tried saying I wasn't using my fucking turn signals either. Let's see what he says about this. You didn't say I couldn't get out of the car either! Did you, motherfucker?
Back in the car.
Fuck you!
I don't need you to get out of the car.
I don't care what you need. Did I ask you what you need? Who asked you what you need? Did I ask you what you need? For your safety, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
In the car. I'll be with you.
No, I don't have to stay in my fucking car. Fuck you! I don't have to stay in my car.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. What Indiana code is that? Tell me the code right fucking now. Exactly.
Stay in the car.
You need is not a code.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, you lying piece of shit. Fucking corrupt, fucking tyrant. Fuck you. Hey, get 33 here now! Call your fucking sergeant! Get 33 here now! Fuck you!
I'm gonna do it one more time. This guy, he's lucky. He's very, very lucky that that day went well for him. That's all I can say. That day went well because I kind of want to think that had it been a different cop, maybe they would have beat him down, shot him, or whatever. Especially when he jumped out the car. I'm kind of thinking that. But then again, I'm thinking, is this actually privilege? So, I mean, that places one community in I don't know how to think about this. Because for us, we don't really know whether or not it's privilege or he was just with a cop that handles his job totally different versus some of the cops that are handling black people. Meaning, maybe that white officer would have handled a black guy acting that way the same way. We don't know. But I just don't understand how this man said all he could say, did all the antics that he did, and did not get cuffed for something. But we see it time after time after time. A brother just don't even throw the cigarette out or roll the window down. You saw what the dude did. He put stuff on the glass. Here, you look at it that way. Brothers getting their glass, their windows busted out. He didn't. We have yet to see where a brother handled a cop like that and the cop just wrote him a ticket. We've yet to see a brother get handled like that and 8 different cops did not roll up. It was just one officer there. He didn't call for a backup. Hey, we got a situation here. You guys need to flood here so we can blast this fool. No, he didn't do that. If this officer can handle that, if he can handle that guy like that, why come the other ones can't do the same? He even threatened the officer. He said, no, it's for your safety. He was threatening the officer big time. Come on, people. Come on, people. I'm here for the righteousness of everyone. But when the violations continue on to go against people mainly looking like me, yes, I got to speak up. I have to speak out. Don't fault me for the things that has to be covered and talked about in the urban communities. We need to talk about these things because maybe if we talk about these type of things more and more, maybe then more of us will stand up and quit sitting there on the sideline doing nothing. Maybe if we talk about this more and more of us will decide to start getting involved with the judicial system and saying, hey, we're going to force some things to make a change. We need to talk about this amongst ourselves, more people. And the more we talk about these things and actually put a plan to action, then we'll start seeing action change instead of sitting back waiting on Crumps and the people in the house to make change, make policy change. We got to start doing it in our own communities. And no, I'm not talking about black on black crime. People, do you not know that I can go and get a mask, put it on, and I can look like a white man, put some shades on, put a hat on, put some gloves on, but my facial structure will look just like a white man. They have masks out there that looks, not saying that, hey, but come on, man. Far too many shootings, far too many killers running into the big metropolitan cities, and they're not finding who's doing the killing. All they can say is a black guy rolling down the road in a car. How do you black? Because of the skin of the face? No one knows who it is. It just happened. So that's why I say, no, I'm not talking about the youth killing the youth in the urban communities. What I'm talking about is when I say we need to sit down and start fixing some things in our community. That means we need to sit down and start doing some talking, laying things out on the table, and take everything that we lay out and plan and take that to uptowns, downtowns. And not just take it there and leave it, but take it there and say, hey, we'll be back because we got to see this implemented. We got to see this plan go into action. So we're not just giving you a plan and you guys check marking out, oh yeah, we're gonna cover that, we're gonna do that. We're coming right back. We give you 30, 60, 90 days. Boom. Yeah. Why so soon? Well, hell, we've been waiting for a long, long time. A lot of years we've been waiting. Time is up. Actually, 30, 60, 90 days is too long. We did it done quicker. People, let's get together. Let's make a change. Michael Jackson said it best. We can make a change. All we got to do is look at the man in the mirror. Look at your situation. Look at your community situation. Look at your life situation and make that change. With me saying that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Hot Topics. Until next time, y'all be good.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottom count. teacher, a dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings. Auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some addressing. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Bros Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on